Hello students, today we are going to start with the analysis of financial statement. Now in this topic they ask you to make comparative financial statement and common size financial statement. So there are two financial tools which we use. Now just I am giving you what we have in this topic. So in financial statement analysis, now in this topic financial statement analysis, you have comparative statement. Now in comparative statement they may ask you to make comparative balance sheet, or they may ask you to make comparative income statement. Second tool, it is common size statement. Now in common size statement, again they may ask you to make common size balance sheet, or in exam they may ask you to make common size income statement. So these are the two tools which we use in analysis of financial statement. What do you mean by financial statement? Financial statement means balance sheet and income statement. Income statement is also called profit and loss account. But company don't make P&L account. Company make income statement, or you can say statement of P&L. So financial statement is nothing but final account. But in final account of a company, you make balance sheet, you make income statement. And after making a financial statement, after making a balance sheet and statement of P&L, you do analysis of it to take financial decision. Now to take financial decision, what are the tools we use? We use comparative and we use common size. So in exams, students, they may ask you to make comparative statement for balance sheet or comparative statement for income statement. Likewise, second tool, we have common size statement for balance sheet and income statement. Now today students, in this video we are going to focus on comparative statement of balance sheet. So in all together for this topic I am going to make 4 videos, as you can see. One for comparative balance sheet, second part of this topic will be comparative income statement, then common size balance sheet and common size income statement. This is how I am going to cover this topic in 4 parts of the videos. Now today we are going to learn this comparative balance sheet. Now students, your question in the paper will be like this. They will give you balance sheet with the liability side, with the asset side, and amounts will be given for both the years, for the year 2020 and for the year 2019. So this is your question, and in your answer sheet, when you are solving this question, the very first thing you have to do is you have to copy the entire question in your answer sheet. But when you are copying the entire question in your answer sheet, you have to copy by making 2 extra columns. See this here. I made 2 extra columns. So when you draw this table, you draw a table with 2 additional columns, and then you start copying the question. You first copy down the entire question, and once you have copied it like this, the way I have done on the whiteboard, then you start with the solving. Now which are these 2 additional columns? These 2 additional columns are given a heading. The column heading is absolute change. Now this absolute change you are going to write in terms of rupees. So what do you mean by absolute change? We are going to write here increase and decrease. We are going to compare, since the name of this statement is comparative. So you are going to compare both the years ka amount, and after comparing you will come to know whether it is increasing or decreasing. If it is increasing, you will write the amount in absolute change column. Here in this column you will write the amount of increase, and in case if it is decreasing, you will write the amount in same column, but you have to write it in bracket. Why you are using bracket? To show that this is decrease. So in this comparative statement, when you want to show increase, you can write the amount directly, and if you want to show decrease, you have to write the amount inside the bracket. So in accounts, when you write the amount in bracket, it indicates decrease. Am I clear with this? So in this column, we are going to write increase and decrease in rupees term, in amount term. Percentage change, as the name suggests, we are going to write increase and decrease in terms of percentage. Am I clear how to make this statement? So when you are solving this sum in exam, when you are drawing a table, draw your table with 2 extra columns. And what you will label these 2 extra column? You will label it as absolute change, which in this column you are going to write increase decrease in rupees term, and the last column, last extra column, will be labeled as percentage change, and you are going to write here in this column your answer in percentage, increase decrease in terms of percentage. Have you understood this? And you have to first copy down the entire question as it is in your answer sheet. Now let's start solving how to write increase and decrease. It's very simple, students. You have to simply calculate increase and decrease here. So which is the first item here? Share capital. So in the year 2019, share capital of the company was 7,50,000. In the year 20, it became 15 lakh. So it is very simple. Last year it was 7,50,000. This year capital is 15 lakh. So there is an increase. So if you minus this 15 lakh minus 7,50,000, so your increase is 7,50,000. Since this is an increase, you don't put bracket to this. Am I clear? Now, how to find percentage, students? So I am giving a formula. To find percentage, the formula is absolute. This is your formula. Absolute change divided by base year rupees into 100. Now this is your formula. What is absolute change? This amount, which is base year, the earliest year, the oldest year, you will take it as base year. So this is your base year. 2019 is the previous year. Previous year you will take it as base year. So this column divided by this column. So 7,50,000 divided by 7,50,000 into 100. The answer will be 100%. Am I clear with this? Now let's see the next item, reserves and surplus. Last year company was having reserves of 4,50,000. This year it got decreased from 4,50,000, it became 3 lakh. So there is a decrease. You will write the amount in bracket. There is a decrease of 1,50,000. If you minus, you get the answer. So if there is a decrease, you have to write the amount in bracket. This is very important, students. You have to write the amount in bracket. If there is a decrease, your percentage will also, you have to write in bracket. Now let's find the percentage. How to find absolute change divided by base year? So 1,50,000 divided by 4,50,000 percentage. It is 33.33%. Now, after the decimal, you are supposed to write only 2 digits. After the decimal, you are expected to write only 2 digits after the decimal. What if you are getting more digits? Like I am taking one example here. Suppose your answer is 18.574. Now this is your third digit after the decimal. We don't write third digit, students. We write only 2 digits after the decimal. So now what to do with the third digit? You have to see if it is 5 or less than 5. You have to drop this. You drop this number. So what will be the answer you will be writing in your answer sheet? You have to write 18.57. This is called third digit round off after the decimal. This is called third digit round off after the decimal. We never write third place after the decimal in your answer. What to do with the third place? You have to round it off. If your third place is 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1 to the second digit. Let's take one example of this kind. 20.129. Suppose I am getting this answer as a percentage. So which is your third place after the decimal? This is your third place after the decimal. And we don't write this. Now you have to see if your third place is 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1 to second digit. So since this is 2, you have to add 1. So what will be your answer, students? Your answer will be 20.13. So 2 will become 3. Why? Because your third place is 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1. Am I clear with this third digit round off? You want me to take one more example? See, I am taking one more example. 10.175. So after decimal, this is your third digit. We never write third digit, but you have to check if it is 5 or more than 5, you have to add 1. So if you add 1 to this number, what will be your answer, student? Your answer will be 10.18. I hope you have understood with all three examples. This example I have taken less than 5. So simply drop the third place and write the remaining numbers. 18.57. Second example I have taken more than 5. Add 1 to the second digit. Third example I have taken 5. Again you have to add 1. So if it is 5, more than 5, you have to plus 1. If it is less than 5, you have to drop. I hope you have understood the example. Now coming back to the question. Last year a company was having 12% loan of 7,50,000. This year it is 12 lakh loan. So your loan amount is increasing. It is increasing by what amount? Minus it. 12 lakh minus 7,50,000. Loan is increasing by 4,50,000. Now to get percentage, this number divide by base year. 60%. So likewise it's very easy. Last year you were having short-term borrowing of 175,000. This year it is 350,000. So again it got increased. Let's see by what amount. 350 minus 175. It got increased by 175,000. Let's find the percentage. Very easy, 100%. Now, trade payable last year it was 1 lakh. This year it is 2 lakh. Again increased by 1 lakh rupees. Again it will be 100%. Very easy. 1 lakh divided by 1 lakh into 100 is 100. 25 became 50. So there is an increase of 25,000. Again easy. If you divide, you get 100%. Understood how to compare? Now let's compare the assets item. Last year you were having fixed asset of 15 lakh. This year your asset got increased by what amount? Let's check. 2250,000 minus 15 lakh. It got increased by 7,50,000. How to find percent? This amount divided by 15 lakh. So divide by 15 lakh, answer is 50%. Now, what is this? Inventory. Inventories means this is stock of goods. Last year you were having stock of 2,50,000. This year it got increased and became 4,50,000. So 450 minus 250, there is an increase of 2 lakh rupees. Let's find the percentage. 80%. Next item, trade receivables. 3,50,000 became 8 lakh. So minus 350. It got increased by 4,50,000. So let's find percentage. 450 divided by 350. Your answer will be more than 100%. Yes, it is 128.5 571. 1 is less than 5. So I am dropping that third place after the decimal. Last item, 1,50,000 cash and cash equivalent. Last year company was having a cash of 150. Now it became only 1 lakh. So your cash is decreasing. By what amount? 50,000. Let's find the percentage. 50,000 divided by 1,50,000. 33.33%. You will write in bracket. So this is very simple, easy. You have to compare both the amounts. You have to write it as increase and decrease. If it is a decrease, you write in bracket. For percentage, you have to take absolute change divided by base year into 100. So students, I want you to take down this formula. So it's very easy, students. It's very scoring. So do practice this comparative balance sheet. I want you to score marks for this very easy sum. Thank you, students.